So this time we wanted to have a slightly different sound. Like our previous album, Evil is Good, was a bit more solid, a bit more formulated. So this time we wanted to have more variety, a little bit more of a spice if you want. So we said, okay, like let's try and add different lead sounds in every song. Let's experiment a bit more with the kick sound, the snare, the basses. Also, I had nowhere to go to record my vocals this time due to the global situation. So I kind of had to buy some new gear and make like a home setup.
Well, you know, it's much better, you know, to record home, especially the vocals. There is no pressure, you know, of time and money.
This actually proved to be a very good decision because that allowed me to record my vocals the way I wanted them to sound. It was actually a lot more comfortable recording the vocals by myself at home without anyone around. I could scream, you know, and experiment, you know, with the textures and everything. And I'm actually very happy, you know, with the final results.
Mixing and mastering, it's a very important thing to do. You know, we always achieve, you know, great quality results, you know, in Lunatic Sound Studios.
We've been working with Dimitris for a very long time now, since the Suppression single.
He understands what we want to do, you know, and it's very, you know, easy to work with this guy, you know.
He's a very versatile producer and sound engineer. I mean, he's worked with metal bands and industrial bands, you know, like, so he knows exactly what we want and how we want it to sound, because we're also coming like from both metal and agrotech, you know, backgrounds. So the way it goes, we were basically doing the pre-production at home, and then I'm sending him the songs, you know, and I would ask him like, you know, could you make this sound like that, you know, and I want that, you know, to sound in a certain way. So he always finds a way, you know, to make it work, you know, and he's very detailed.
You know, he blends the sound really well, you know. The final results here, you know, sound very fresh, you know, and different from the other bands.
He's very good at working from distance because he has the ability to understand what the artists want, and we're really, really happy, you know, with the results that he delivers. This track has some sort of futuristic rock and roll kind of vibe going on.
It has a cool cyberpunk aesthetic, you know. It could be played, you know, in clubs. Like, I don't know if you remember the movie Barbed Wire, you know, with Pamela Anderson. You know, in a club like this, you know.
I like adding some guitars, you know, mixing guitars with electronic music. And so I decided to add like a, you know, like a rock and roll solo in there. I was like, you know, fuck it, you know, like how many bands have done it, you know, in this genre of music. And that actually became my favorite part of the song.
It's very unusual, you know, unusual to put a guitar solo in this kind of music, you know. But we don't care.
Vibe is one of my favorite songs on this album, actually. It has that, you know, Eurodance thing going on. So once again, we've had the honor of working with Maria Xoniki on this one, who sang all the lead parts on Vibe. We play in After Effects together. I really like her voice. So we just had to have her, you know, in one of our songs, and this was it.
My name is Maria Xoniki, and I'm the lead singer of After Effects. I have worked with Chamaeleon 3 times. The first time was at the song Forbidden for the album Evil is Good. The second time was a cover song, Right in the Night, by Jam and Spoon for a collection, and here I am again. I'm performing Vibe for the album The Game.
Feel
Normally we send her a demo with the lyrics and vocal, melodies and shit. And she practiced it for I don't know, for like a week or something, Then she recorded, several takes for us, and we go from there. It's not easy work from a distance, but we kind of make it work, she brings her own character in this song. It has like some 90s elements, in there. It fits, pretty well with Chamaeleon music, as you know.
I guess the lyrics are inspired by Bruce Lee, whom I greatly admire since I was a kid. He always did things his way, like despite what people were saying,
The song vibe makes you want to forget about your old behaviors of who you have been and just focus in the moment and feel the vibe of the power and the power of now, actually.
I guess it's a nice philosophy, to have in life, like just, do your thing, and give zero fucks, about what everyone else is thinking. So this is one of the fast tracks in this album. So as I was, writing this song, I was like, first I wanted to do it like only with harsh vocals, and then I'm like, maybe I should add some, folkloric, clean vocals in there somehow, But I was a little bit concerned what Nico would think, because he's very judgmental, and he's very into details, if he doesn't like something, he's not gonna like it.
The singing that Alex made here, when I first hear it in demo version, it's very emotional and it's very different also for this, for us, it's a new thing that we put like folk elements.
I was a bit skeptical, but when I sent him, the demo, and he listened to it, he was like, that shit is actually dope, we should keep it, and so we kept it, and that's actually like one of my favorite parts in this song, and this is also one of my favorite songs in this album. The lyrics of Scars of Time is, about aging. I guess it's a bit scary, a bit depressing, song, but it's also quite poetic, I guess.
So we put like black metal elements, like not only put some vocals black metal in it, but we wanted to we catch a feeling with black metal, we catch black metal feeling with electro, put some guitars there also. It's a very dark song, very aggressive song.
So he had this riff on the guitar, and he's like, can we use this, in a song or something, So he gave me the riff, he sent me the riff, I kind of played it and like, okay, we can make it work,
I have many riffs in my head like this, because I used to play, in black metal band. I compose, only dark music, melancholic music. It's very difficult to compose something happy, something catchy and happy. I don't know how.
Yeah, this is another kick-ass track, it's really fast. The melody came in my mind, as I was going to the gym. This is one of these songs that I kind of constructed in my mind first, and then I kind of materialized it, The lyrics are very punk rock, like fuck the system.
It's like panic attitude song with a little bit humor, also in it. It's gonna be fun, play it live.
Want everyone to play your game? Why don't you go to fuck yourself and die? Die, die. Go fuck yourself and die. Die, die, motherfucker. Go fuck yourself and die. You attitude of lost control, as if you were a fucking shepherd.
The Duality is very sad song, very personal lyrics in it, it's very dramatic song.
The theme of this song is basically everything has an end, nothing lasts forever, no matter how good it is, in the beginning, it will always have a certain outcome, which is, the end of it, basically. It can be friendship, relationship, or your favorite TV series. Yeah, this is one of the most depressing songs, I guess, that I've ever written.
Very heavy beats also in it. The melody, it's like a little bit epic dramatic, Definitely one of my favorite songs on this album.
So the unique part of this song is that Nico wrote the lyrics on this one. Thematically, I guess this is another fuck the system song.
So this song, it's about fake news, how, for example, they control the masses. Everybody's fanatic about their opinions, in this side, or, this side also fanatics. It was easy to write, this song because we composed, this album in the first lockdown, so it was the only thing that happening, back then.
So he sent me the lyrics, he sent me like a demo of how he wants them, to be layered, on top of the song, and, I kind of did my best, But yeah, I really like this song, actually, especially I think my screams on this song are the best on the whole album. This song has this Russian Red Army kind of melody, It's very uplifting, and I think this is one of the songs that would work really well on a live show.
It's supposed to be an Evil is Good album, this song, but it didn't fit with the album. It wasn't like finished, We changed like a little bit here and there, and now it's like complete. Very catchy song, It's easy to remember.
I like the pipe organ melody on this song. It gives it that creepy vibe. I wanted to have a different rhythm, a different groove, you know, when compared to the other songs on the album. It's about, you know, when your true self, you know, kind of emerges, you know, from within. So this person that emerges, you know, your real self, you know, it's not necessarily liked by everybody else, you know, but then again, like, you know, why give a fuck?
Why'd you think they would care if they knew your secret's ugly ass face that you see now? A breathe, sex and desire, torture, a shed of decency and wanting to fight. Scratching my way out.
The transaction, you know, it's very aggressive song, very fast song.
I was actually planning for this song to be the first song on the album, like, you know, to be the opening song, but somehow it ended up to be the last of the main songs, you know, on the album. There are some unusual experimental parts on this song, I guess. Maybe that's why it ended up last.
We know Web, like from early days, you know, that they started, you know. So it's a big Greek metal band, you know.
Web is one of the dopest and biggest metal bands in Greece right now. Me and Nico, you know, we've always liked their music.
You know, Sakis make this song separation, you know, from the album Evil is Good. He make it like a metal version, you know. It's very dark. It's very, you know, different feelings, you know, than the original. It's a very interesting version, you know, of this song. It's for you, you know, to remember the song, but in a different, you know, mood, you know, in different kind of style of music. It's more, you know, he make it like metal, you know.
Actually, this version of the track was supposed to be in our previous album, Evil is Good, but somehow it didn't work out, you know, but we made it work this time, you know. I mean, this version is dope, you know, the track kicks ass, you know. It actually works much better in this album because here we have a lot more variety in the sound, you know. But yeah, like, you know, I love this version of the track, you know. It's metal, you know, it's extreme, you know, it has that Web badassery in it, you know. Selector is actually one of my favorite agrotech bands, if not the favorite. Them and Andusia were the reason why I wanted to start making this type of music actually. This is the second remix that the guys are doing for us, which is great. I met the guys in person here in London at one of the gigs at Slimelight. The guys are really cool, you know, very down to earth, you know. So we chilled together, you know, had a couple of beers, you know, and we were like, you know what, we should do something, you know, together. So we said, okay, let's do like some remixes, you know, for each other. I decided to give them one of my favorite tracks on this album, which is Scars of Time. The guys had it ready like in a month or so. When I first listened to the remix, I was like, holy shit, man, like this sounds dope. It's a kick-ass track, you know. They took it to another level, and what I really appreciate, you know, is that they kept, you know, the spirit of the track, you know, and kind of expanded, you know, on top of that. But yeah, it was a great gift, you know, and I really, really appreciate it. Van Roy Asylum is a very unique project, I would say. He has his own sound and style, which I really respect. This remix reminds me of the soundtrack from the video games like Tekken, you know, that I like to play. So the first time I listened to it, I was like, yeah, this shit is dope, like, you know, I like it. I like it. Also, you know, I really like drum and bass music, and I like the fact that he decided to do it in that way. So basically the first and the last tracks in the album are the same track, you know, the game. But, you know, the first one is like the main version, and the last track is like the remix of the game.
They all want to have a piece of me. I've gotta keep on playing to stay in the game.
The game is very difficult to compare to Evil is Good, you know. Us and Lunatic Sound Studio work, you know, hard for this album. You know, the result, you know, you will judge it at the end, but we like it. It sounds, you know, it will be familiar to our, you know, to our fans that you know, follow us from the beginning or from the Evil is Good, you know, album. I think, you know, they will like it, you know. But it's more fresh, you know. To put some fresh elements there that we don't use before. It's like a big step forward, but respecting our roots, you know.